Dude, look at my eye right now. I just got done watching The Notebook. It's all red.
Did you guys really just watch the Notebook?
No, I haven't seen that in a couple of days.
We watch it once a week.
Usually a Friday night thing.
This is a sketch idea. I wrote one sketch like 4 years ago. It was about this guy that's always walking in on his roommate watching the movie Spotlight.
I don't know that movie.
It's about the journalist that came out with the article about the sexual abuse case of the Catholic Church.
Oh my God.
So like the idea was like this guy just watches the movie Spotlight every day, and then he's just, his roommate keeps finding him watching the movie Spotlight.
It's just his favorite movie. Oh yeah, watch it. I've seen it like a million times.
Like the guy's like trying to read into it. He's like, "Are you all right, man?" Or
is it a documentary or is it like a movie?
It's a movie with Michael Keaton.
Oh.
And speaking of The Notebook, Rachel McAdams, isn't it? Mark Ruffalo.
Was it written by Nicholas Sparks?
No.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch it then.
There's a big love story that's completely unnecessary.
The Catholic Church. It's like about a young boy and a grown man falling in love, and like the whole world's trying to stop him.
The movie like won the Oscar for Best Picture that year, and I just think it'd be funny if like the producers like, you know what? I think we gotta cut the romance between Rachel McAdams and the priest. We gotta cut that out.
A forbidden love.
To be honest, I'd watch it with it in. I don't care.
Oh God.
No, but I did want to talk to you at the beginning of this, because oh my God,
is everything okay?
Like you might be feeling me on this, but like I've just had no motivation to do anything.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been just not want to do anything. I just not.
That's why we're doing this podcast, and instead of making sketches,
because it's easier.
It's so much easier.
No, but like I just wasn't feeling motivated, and then Connie gave me, for the audience, my girlfriend. She's like, "You have low dopamine. You got to get that dopamine up."
Yeah, dude, you got to start rolling more joints.
And I said, "Don't ruin the joke for me." Shut up. She's like, you got low dopamine levels. I go, where am I gonna get heroin? And she's like, what? And I go, oh, I thought you said I had low dope in me levels.
I think that I should get a soundboard and there's just crickets right now. I'm gonna add that in. I'm gonna add in cricket sounds.
Do you want me to get?
And then I'm just gonna do this face.
Hold on, let's get a good 5 seconds of this. I think it's the best joke. I've been telling it all day, all week.
Speaking of podcasts, I was thinking of a sketch where it's a podcast. You know how there's a lot of murder podcasts out there?
I have a sketch idea like that too. What's yours?
Okay, well, first of all, I thought that you and Erin, for the audience, that's my girlfriend, should do a murder podcast because you're both into it and it would be amazing.
Oh, I would love to do a podcast with Erin.
But B, a murder podcast from the perspective
podcast should
of
be
the murderer.
Erin and I explaining crimes to you that has no idea what's going on.
that's basically what you guys do all the time anyway. And so it's just you two sitting me down to tell me the things you're listening to. But I was thinking of doing a murder podcast from the perspective of the murderer.
The Onion did a fake murder podcast back when like Serial came out and stuff.
So I'm passing the ball to you.
So mine wasn't necessarily a podcast, but it could be whatever. I just wrote down a crime documentary that, like, you know how like any Netflix documentary, like the first 10 minutes is just all like about this criminal like killing people or whatever. And it's like setting up this grim situation. And then I'm like, what if it like just ended there?
It's just the beginning.
They don't solve it. They're like, oh yeah, like we don't know what's going on.
Or what about a guy who murders somebody just to be on a podcast? Like, so he can be the topic of a podcast.
Those are all good ideas.
All right, we'll put that in. We'll put that feather in our cap. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, these aren't good this week. They're all like really good to me when I'm writing them down throughout the week and then I'm laughing at them. And then when we start to do this, I look at them. I'm like, oh my God.
Like, I have to say this.
It's like like this one, like all I did was write down Dude-phoria.
And is that like a feeling you get when you're hanging with your bros?
No, it's like, the show Euphoria.
Oh, okay.
But it's it's with dudes.
Oh, did I mention to you that I watched an episode of Euphoria and it was too much for me? I couldn't do it.
Was it
All
the
these
most
kids are
recent
just.
one?
It was the very first episode, and all these kids are just having
It's insane.
way more
I
adult
watched like 10
situations.
minutes of a different episode. I was like, it's just like parents like drinking with their kids, and then they're all like, yeah, I love cocaine.
Can we just agree that Euphoria is exactly like high school was when we went to high school?
Yeah.
Like, I know that like a lot of what those kids are doing is like not cool, but like doing drugs is cool. And
But like, isn't like drug use amongst teenagers and kids like at an all-time low right now?
I know that's why we need more shows like Euphoria to kind of glorify it.
Really pump it up.
Yeah, because drug dealers are hurting.
We need to get the drug numbers up, guys. Euphoria is made by the drug cartels. Produced.
They're branching out their business. It's getting into Netflix.
There's like a board meeting and everything.
Oh, speaking of board meetings, okay, I have a sketch idea.
I have a board meeting sketch too.
My boardroom idea is okay. Motel 6's slogan is "We'll leave the light on for you."
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to like have a commercial that ends and it's like Motel 6, we'll leave the light on for you. Smash cut to a boardroom where they're hemorrhaging money on energy bills.
I was thinking you're gonna smash cut to like a room where like a guy's like about to go to sleep and he turns the light off, he goes to bed, and then like a Motel 6 employee just turns it on. And he's like, I'd really like to get some sleep. And you're like, do you not fucking understand? We're gonna leave the light on for you.
It's right. We told you we were doing this. Did you not read the literature? Have you not seen our commercials? I just really want to go to bed, man. I'm tired. I got a thing tomorrow. You guys were the cheapest.
I think this could be a 3-part sketch. You have that beginning, then you have that part, then you have the board meeting, and they're like, look. And also we've had several hundred assault cases because our employees are breaking into people's rooms, turning the lights on.
And I hope that there's a guy in the board who's like been there since the beginning, and he's like, no. Like, we keep the light on.
He's just got lamps around him.
It's right there in the name.
He's got one of the head things with the lamp on.
He's just like, and his backstory's just always been afraid of the dark. He just always leaves the light on, and he wants to provide that.
All of this big story behind Motel 6 is the best sketch I've ever heard.
If you're afraid of the dark, go to a Motel 6.
You gotta do that one. That's probably the best one.
I think that's the one already.
The rest of these are garbage.
All right, hit me with the next one.
Well, I had one along the lines of, sometimes I write sketch ideas down that I'm like, did he do this before?
I feel like I do that all the time.
I feel like you might have done this before. But it's like a business guy, they're having like a business meeting with like whiskey,
Yeah, just like we always do.
Yeah, and then like, like on the shelf, they'll have like a memorabilia ball or something.
Yeah.
And then like the guy picks it, like, it all depends. Are you going to play ball? And he throws it to the other guy. And the other guy's like, maybe. And then they keep passing the ball back. And they're like, all right, first one to drop it loses. And then they introduce, and then the floor becomes lava. And they're like, now we got to get on the cushions.
The reason you think I've done that before is because I had a idea that I pitched to you a while ago that was like, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. And it's like, people... But I never shot it. Because it's hard to get myself in the frame doing stuff,
Yeah.
I love that, though. You want to play ball?
They play ball. Like, they throw the ball back, and they can't drop it. Because if they drop the ball, they lose.
That's the thing is, like, they're in a business meeting, and then it's like whoever drops the ball is the one who loses the business meeting.
I wrote one to fit into a formula you already have. Your $5 docs. You haven't done $5 docs in a while.
That's true. I've been wanting to.
I have a good one. I got a good response from it. It's Goodwill Hunting, but from a different janitor that works there who isn't smart. He's just really stupid.
He's like part of like the or maybe he was the guy's boss, and he's like, he totally broke protocol. We're supposed to be cleaning chalkboards, not drawing all over them.
Look, he left a pile of shit.
Everybody thinks Matt Damon's a good guy. He was more interested in math problems than cleaning bathrooms.
We can't have that here. We gotta clean these bathrooms because
You
they
know,
get nasty.
I knew this guy was going to be a problem when we first hired him. You know, he's going on about
Quantum mechanics. Hey, why don't
Wood.
you put
You
down?
want to go Gordon Wood? And I'm like, I'm just trying to see if you want to clean up poop.
Why don't you quit that quantum mechanics stuff and start cleaning up that quantum shit on the bathroom floor?
I want to do this sketch very badly now, and
It's an easy
I don't know
one
if I
for
can
you.
do a Boston accent because I just got to keep saying car keys. I'll be like, yeah, he wanted to go out to his car.
I think you know what you do. You
Don't they
say it
say-
normally. You don't do a Boston accent, except at the
Okay.
end of everything. You say, "How about them apples?"
I should just be drinking Sam Adams the whole time, and that way I don't have to do it at all. And then I'm just getting drunk through the sketch, which makes it funner every time anyway.
All right.
Yeah, I'm writing that sketch 100%.
I had another. I don't think it works. But I had the so like in Seven,
Yeah,
there's the guy that delivered the package.
I did that one.
Oh, I thought that sounded familiar.
Yeah, I did that exact sketch.
Because I was thinking of it being the guy that packaged the head, because like
Okay.
Kevin Spacey just
It's
brought
like
the head.
He
and
works
said, you
at
do the wrapping
UPS
here, right? And the guy thought nothing of it. He's like, yeah, we can do the packaging here.
But then he has a problem packaging something for somebody else.
Yeah.
like no liquids.
And then the other one is like, like movies will have like a cat wrangler or like an animal wrangler. But like the Wolf of Wall Street had a cocaine wrangler. They're also, I wrote down Die Hard also had a janitor, someone that had to clean up the building. But
Right.
I think the Good Will
I did
Hunting
a
one.
janitor for Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And he had to clean up the camp or whatever. But
Yeah, a lot of janitor stuff.
yeah, there's a lot. It's because you write what you know.
Right.
All right. So I had one more.
All right.
So it's a new DJ who like gets hired to do weddings, and he keeps fucking up the song. Like he'll play the wrong. So she's like walking down the aisle, and it's like "Crazy Bitch" by Buck Cherry, and he's like, "Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm getting used to this."
Oh, because you can use the music licensing on YouTube, right?
Yeah, maybe. And plus, like, girls love "Crazy Bitch" by Buck Cherry, so it's just gonna attract a whole new audience, I think.
Or it's like a Notebook style romance, and they're like this whimsical music's about to come in, but then they just cut in Buck Cherry, and then it cuts to the editing room. They're like, I don't think Buck Cherry works here at all.
Or maybe they hired the wrong kind of DJ. So it's like
Yeah.
the DJ who clubs but isn't like a wedding DJ, and they got their wires crossed.
There's something I gotta tell you about this DJ. Back in 2003, he fell into this ice chamber and he was frozen in time for 20 years. So he came back out. All he knew was how to DJ, so he's still doing that.
His
But
name's DJ Freeze.
all of his tunes are a little outdated.
I love the idea of maybe just doing the backstory of a DJ.
Yeah.
And it's just like we follow a man's rise to mediocrity in an overcrowded space.
Yeah, I like that.
Or maybe like it's a DJ who's like designing his DJ costume.
Yeah.
Do they all wear helmets and stuff?
I think so. They have to.
I think that's part of the DJ code.
Because it's dangerous.
DJ
work
Code,
area.
that's a sick DJ name.
DJ Code. What about a DJ that has his hands stuck in this position?
You got carpal tunnel. Like if you make a face, it stays that
Look,
way.
but he had to quit DJing, so he's just doing an office job.
It's a DJ injury. He's like in the hospital with like 2 casts on like this.
He takes Zoom calls like this. I wrote down this idea: a guy gaining a lot of weight, and he just tells his girlfriend he's preparing for an acting role, but he's not really an actor. He's just gaining a lot of weight.
So you want me to fat shame people?
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's not cool anymore, right?
Well, no, no one's fat anymore. They're just brave.
You gotta cut this out.
I'm definitely not.
Well, you're definitely gonna cut out this next one. I was watching a lot of crime documentaries, so this one is just a serial killer name called the Late Night Killer. He's known for killing late and also hosting a late night TV show.
I was trying to think of a funny name like Jimmy Killer instead of Kimmel.
I think-
but that doesn't...
It narrows the suspect list to like 8 guys, and I think we should like it's like a cutout of obviously Jimmy Kimmel. Are you going to get sandwiches? Hopefully they come back with sandwiches.
I hope that I'm just gonna do a full podcast next time of us just yelling to our girlfriends.
Hey, welcome to the show. We basically had tried
Hey
to talk to each
Ma,
other
shut that shit off!
We use this as time wasted so we don't have to do other things around the house, and then our girlfriends get us stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty great. If you guys haven't tried girlfriends before,
Oh, I have one good idea left. So you know how like there's the heist crew?
yeah,
There's the safe cracker,
yeah,
weapons guy,
Tommy Two Toes.
surveillance guy, sleight of hand artist, and then there's the office manager who orders the supplies, the snacks, and coordinates team activities.
I love it. Everyone has a really cool name, and they're just like Gary.
This is Slade. Our Slade is our mix-up man. He can make anything disappear. And then there's Blade. He's our weapons guy. 14 years of combat experience. And then there's Gary, our office manager.
Order you staples for the planning of the thing. Well,
Don't
what else
forget,
do you do,
guys,
Gary?
we have kickball tournament next weekend. And don't forget to fill out those HR surveys.
Somebody's been eating all of Blade's
Gary,
Cliff Bars. If someone could just, remember
Gary,
that we get these snacks for everybody.
Gary, can you refill the fridge? It's running out of LaCroix.
I did have an idea a little while ago, and I feel like you could make this a lot better. It's Valentine's Day has just passed, and I thought it'd be fun if like Cupid was kind of a hunter. Like he'd like stalk
like a
you through
big
the
burly
woods.
guy.
No, I mean more like he was like a like a killer who like chases you down with a bow and arrow.
I have a different idea. What
Okay,
if
give it to me.
there's this problem going around where the deer keep trying to hump all these people, and it's Cupid's been bow hunting. And he's just shooting.
Somebody, oh my God, yes, somebody accidentally finds Cupid's bow and arrow.
And like, is this like a hunter, like a buck hunter guy? And he's just like, what? That's what's been doing it?
Or Cupid's been getting drunk. Cupid's been tipping him back. I just like the idea of, in my mind, like, some guy's got like an arrow sticking out of his leg and we open on a guy and he's like bleeding and he's like, fuck you, Cupid. And he's like kind of hiding like up against something and you just kind of see Cupid.
So like, you know how they make like edgy superhero movies, but it's like an edgy Cupid. And he's kind of like Blade from the Blade movies.
It's like, what's that? Who's the guy who plays Thor?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, and he's just like ripped but in a diaper. Just got, like the tiniest little bow.
But it's like
through his hair.
it's tiny, but it's like got like this like this chrome metal look to it.
Yeah.
With like one of them like, American flags that are black.
He's got like a tribal tattoo. He's like smoking a cigarette. This summer.
Love comes for all. Pucker up.
That's the line right before he kills the guy.
Pucker up. I like that idea.
I love it.
Impossible to make, but good luck.
All right, last one I got. It's like, you know how everybody's always hiring for an office ninja?
No, they're always hiring for office rock stars.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes everything then. He like walks into the interview just with a guitar, his shirt completely unbuttoned.
Bottle of Jack.
All right, well, I think we did it. I think we've done it.
Yep.
I think we're good. We nailed it.
Yeah, we got all the good ideas. So now you just gotta go make them.
All right, wait. What's the name of our podcast? Is it Great Ideas with Kris and Josh?
I don't know. What'd you do for the first episode?
I don't know.
Seen yet. I think it was great ideas, but then we churned it to bad ideas in this episode.
So maybe we call it bad ideas.
Wait, I thought it was good ideas. Great
All
ideas.
Right, let's do great ideas.
Or sketch room.
Sketch room, that's a good one.
Or sketchpad.
Sketchpad, that's fun too. Those are all good.
The fart show 69.
What about 69 420?
Yeah.
Nice.